Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, we're going to do another cold case. You guys seem to really enjoy these cold cases. And to tell you the truth, I do as well. It's a real distraction from what's going on in the world. So, this is a very much requested cold case. And this is the disappearance of Amy Lynn Bradley. Now, she disappeared quite a while ago. And so some of you may not have heard of her. I certainly hadn't, but I have snooped around, and it's quite an intriguing case. So thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. And it's so interesting because these missing persons cases, there's some kind of thread or link to my life. Like the last one I did is her birthday was the day I graduated. Now, what's interesting about Amy Lynn Bradley, she disappeared on a cruise, and the cruise that she was on, I wasn't on that exact one with her. I've been on that cruise. So when I was reading this case, I was like, are you kidding me? I've been on um like everything, like the whole itinerary and everything, because they don't change them up much. And so I thought, okay, I have to read on this. So here's just some key information. Now, Amy Bradley was on let's back up. Let's back up here. Amy Bradley is the missing person at the center of the case, a 23-year-old recent graduate of Longwood University. Amy was athletic and known for her swimming abilities. Okay, so on March 21st, 1998, I wanted to add that swimming abilities in because she is on a cruise. Okay, so this is an unsolved disappearance from the Royal Caribbean cruise ship Rhapsody of the Seas in March 1998. All right. So on March 21st, 1998, Amy Bradley, 23 years old, beautiful young girl, a recent graduate of Longwood University, embarks on a cruise to Curacao with her family aboard the Rhapsody of the Sea. Curacao is beautiful, by the way. So on March 23rd, 1998, later in the evening, so we're 2 days later, Amy and her brother Brad spend the evening at the ship's nightclub, drinking and dancing with members of the ship's band. March 24th, early morning, Brad returns to their cabin around 3:35 a.m., with Amy following shortly after. They talk on the balcony before going to sleep. March 24th at approximately 5:30 a.m., so about 2 hours later, Amy's father, Ron, sees her sleeping on the balcony. So obviously the children had one room and the adults had another room. The parents had another room, and that's how we cruise with our children. So that didn't have any alarm bells for me. All right. At 6 a.m., so we're gone to 3:30 to 5:30 to 6 a.m., Ron discovers Amy missing from the cabin. Her cigarettes and lighter are also gone. So between 5:30 and 6, Amy has disappeared, and her cigarettes and lighter are also gone. So later that morning, March 24th, the Brady family reports Amy missing. The ship's crew delays a ship-wide announcement for several hours, hampering search efforts. March 24th to 27th, the Dutch Caribbean Coast Guard conducts a 4-day search, but Amy is not found. Now, this is interesting because possible sightings are: passengers report seeing a woman matching Amy's description on the ship's deck with cigarettes and a lighter on the morning of her disappearance. So somebody saw her. A taxi driver claims a woman resembling Amy approached him, urgently requesting a phone. In August 1998, a Canadian tourist believes he saw Amy on a beach in Curacao with two men. In January 1999, a U.S. Navy petty officer reports encountering a woman by a Curacao brothel who claimed to be Amy Bradley, held against her will. Later developments. In 1999, the Brady family is scammed out of over $200,000 by a man claiming to be a former U.S. Army special officer who promised to rescue Amy from alleged captors in Colombia. That is so sad. I can't believe that there's people like that in this world. In 2005, a witness reports seeing a distressed woman claiming to be Amy from Virginia in a Barbados department store restroom, accompanied by 3 men. Photos emailed to the Bradleys in 2005, potentially depicting Amy in a distressed state, are linked to websites featuring sex workers. A jawbone discovered in Aruba in 2010, initially thought to belong to Natalie Holloway, is never tested for DNA match to Amy Bradley, despite her being another missing person from the region. Amy Lynn Bradley is declared legally dead in 2010. Theories and speculation, kidnapping and human trafficking. This theory is fueled by witness accounts of Amy potentially being held against her will in Curacao. The photographs suggest her involvement in sex work and the overall lack of evidence supporting other theories. As Amy's mother stated in People magazine, I remember watching people watch her brain and tongue. They were watching her. Amy would have been a trophy. Murder and disposal at sea. Although considered, this theory lacks substantial evidence beyond the discovery of the unidentified jawbone in Aruba. Accidental overboard or suicide. Initially proposed by authorities, this theory is largely dismissed due to Amy's known swimming abilities and the lack of a recovered body. Remember, I pointed that out at the beginning of the video. Aftermath. The FBI offers a $25,000 reward for information leading to the recovery of Amy Bradley or the arrest and conviction of those responsible for her disappearance. The Bradley family offers $250,000 reward for the information leading to her safe return and a $50,000 reward for information leading to her current location. Amy's case has been featured on various media platforms. So this is a unsolved disappearance, and I'm just going to list the cast of characters that are involved in this. Of course, we have Amy Lynn, who is the missing person. Ron Bradley, Amy's father. He was the last person to see Amy alive before her disappearance. Iva Bradley, Amy's mother. Brad Bradley. I just got that. Brad Bradley. Amy's younger brother. He was with Amy the night she disappeared and last saw her on their cabin balcony. Alistair, in brackets, Yellow Douglas, a member of the ship's band, Blue Orchid, who drank and danced with Amy the night she disappeared. Chris Fenwick, a videographer aboard the Rhapsody of the Seas, who captured footage of Amy and the Yellow dancing the night of her disappearance. Judy Maurer, a witness who claimed to have encountered a woman she believed to be Amy in Barbados department store restroom in 2005. Frank Jones, the man who scammed the Bradley family out of over $200,000 by falsely claiming to be organizing a rescue mission for Amy in Colombia. What an a-hole. Unidentified U.S. Navy petty officer, a witness who claimed to have encountered a woman in a Curacao brothel in 1999 who said she was Amy Bradley and was being held against her will. Unidentified Canadian tourist, a witness who reported seeing a woman resembling Amy on a Curacao beach with 2 men in August 1998. Various unidentified witnesses, passenger and crew members aboard the Rhapsody of the Seas who gave accounts of Amy's actions and whereabouts the night she disappeared. All right, so we are going to ask the cards. So we've got the Empress, because she's obviously female. And we've got the Empress as the divine feminine on the table. And we're going to ask the cards, what has happened to Amy? And is she still alive? Now, she has been declared dead in 2010, but that doesn't mean she has passed away. But that is an awful long time to be a sex worker. And I don't believe they keep the girls that long. Usually they're done by 30. 30 is an old sex worker in that human trafficking trade. All right, Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley. Where are you? What can you tell us? Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley. Cards are ready. All right, so remember we want 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, one flipped over. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right, so these, I need 24. Oh, these disturbing ones are hard on me. All right, so let's see. And I'm thinking, like, if it was a different era, like if that was to happen today, I think more people would take her claims more seriously. I think, you even think back 25 years ago, 27 years ago, I don't think they took human trafficking as seriously as they do now. It was almost a urban myth, I think, at that point. It just wasn't in our zeitgeist as in the Western world, really. We had no idea what the world was going to open up to for us. Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley. Cards are ready. Okay, so before we get started, just to remind you that her brother would have been probably a knight. Her parents are the Pentacles, King and Queen of Pentacles, and then we'll look and see what other people are around her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There she is. Okay, she showed up right away. And there's her dad. Boy, I wonder if her dad really feels a burden. He saw her. So her dad showed up right away. Somebody gave her an offer. Her dad really feels bad. Oh yeah, he's actually struggled with this quite a bit. Oh, somebody gave her an offer and she took it. But they betrayed her. I wonder if they said, come for a party. Maybe got some pot here for you. Oh boy, oh boy. They're still looking for her. Yeah, you know what? She was taken. Let me just squish all this up. She talked to somebody. I want to show you something. Look at all this yellow on here. That guy's name was Yellow. Okay, the dad is actually, he's the one here. He is putting up the reward. The dad has so much guilt. So much guilt. The mother didn't show up here at all. I think she was promised either A lot of these girls back then were promised to become models. Oh, you're so beautiful. Do you want to become a model and make some money? She was promised that she was going to make a lot of money. And that was actually a great big lie. And here's the devil here. She actually thought somebody promised her something, and she was betrayed. The f- I'm not getting anything here if she's still with us or not. She definitely the trafficking is definitely the play here. Definitely. Somebody promised her something and she thought it was a good idea. Perhaps they even said like, um, let's, especially if they were at port at Carousel, I'll take you into town and I'm going to show you some places you aren't going to see. And before she knew it was a trap. There's the strategy right there. Is it this yellow guy? Is it this yellow guy? Here's the dad giving the reward, but he can't let it go. He honestly can't let it go. Um, I don't know if justice is done. She actually thought for some like I she actually thought she was getting some kind of contract to make money. She was gonna break out, make money. She might have been, if she's recently graduated, money might have been tight. And here she is. She was promised a lot of money, but it was actually an attack. It was actually an attack. She was, I think the attacker was successful in attacking her. Yeah, the dad is got huge guilt and a big burden. Maybe he felt the dad could protect her, or he felt he should have been protecting her, or well, also he's the last one to see her in the family. Um, I don't see the brother on here. I wouldn't take the Knight of Swords. I would take the Knight of Cups as a brother. Even the Knight of Wands, right? Knight of Wands is probably better. That would be the chat at the dance party. But she's definitely chatting with somebody, and she was really betrayed. I think that I think that she had this burden for 10 years, which would have brought us to 2008, 9 or 10 years. I want to find out if she's still alive. We're going to directly find out if she's still alive. I think it's this yellow guy. Look at the yellow that's here. Well, but look at fresh new start and then the devil with yellow. Wonder if this yellow guy, plus here we've got some yellow, right? We've got some yellow. Wonder if he promised her. I'm not getting that she took any kind of drugs or anything like that. Um, Now, with this joy and the Three of Wands, I think this is telling me that they're still looking for her. Like they still have hope. They're quite embattled. This is, I think, the betrayal. The people scamming them out of that money, and that maybe they feel betrayal by the police, by the they didn't announce it right away. The Coast Guard looking. There is definitely some kind of betrayal, but I think she had a secret meeting with somebody. I think this had a lot to do with they may have told her, oh, you would be a fantastic model, and oh, you're a swimmer, oh, modeling bathing suits. Yeah, this is all I need to know. She went with somebody. She went with somebody. Let's ask the card. So I need her and we'll get the Ace of Swords if we're ever going to find the truth, and if she's still alive. I'm going to outright ask, is she still alive? Where's the Ace of Swords? There it is. All right, so are we ever going to see the truth of what happened to her? And is she still alive? We can ask. We're putting out enough cards. We can definitely ask the tarot that. So, Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley. Will we ever know the truth of what happened to Amy Bradley? And will she be found alive? Oh, I forgot to show you. One of the things I forgot I printed out is they showed you what she may look like today. So at 42 years old. So they age progressed her. So this is, she would be 42. And, oh, date of birth, 1974. She'd be 50 this year. She'd be 50 this year. So they showed, yeah, there's no way she's still trafficking. No way. She only weighed 120 pounds at 5'6". So they aged her to 42 there. But yeah, let's see. She'd be 50. Wow. So she's been gone longer than she was with them. Will we ever learn the truth? And cards are ready. And I need 23. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to count the ones I'm not keeping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. Okay. These ones are out of play. So we're going to look and see where the sword and Amy, how close they are together, will be how soon, or if we will know the truth. And I want to see if there'll be any cards around her, but chances are she's probably not in the trade anymore. Cards are ready. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Interesting when we start to get a lot of the same. Okay, there's the sword. So a lot of the same cards, and yet I shuffle. And then plus, just putting them out and counting them. Okay, there she is. Death. No, yeah, that's what we thought. Ooh, there's the person she went with. Yeah, she's definitely gone. Look at, we even have that up there. And there's the declaration of her death. Oh, the tower. She certainly did not have a nice death. I just want to make sure all that is in there. Yeah, she certainly had a very traumatic death. Oh, poor girl. Poor girl. Yeah, look at that. There's the judge. There's the when they declared her dead, and that's even a 10, and she was declared dead in 2010. So there she is, and there's the truth. They're somewhat close to each other. I think that there's the attack. A policeman might find the truth eventually. Because here's the person that she went with. Remember, the 2 was up here. So I think that I don't think they'll ever find her, but I think they may, for example, find this person who's working this. So I'm not saying Yellow is the one who took her. I'm saying he's the one who introduced her to whoever took her. And the King of Wands is a police officer. So perhaps they're involved in something else and they get called out. Right? So perhaps this person's arrested for something else and they find something of Amy's on them, like a piece of jewelry or maybe an old passport tucked away or some such thing. Because we do have the police officer in the Strength and the Queen of Wands here. Somebody might say something. I'm just focusing. Poor girl. She certainly was returned to heaven, I guess you could say. It probably was around 2010, to tell you the truth, with that 10 up there and the legal. And we have another 10 here with the Wheel of Fortune. That was probably, for her to go, was probably a blessing in disguise. She probably was waiting for death, to be honest. I want to point something out here. We have 2 angels and another female and a female. I wonder if, like, some other females are going to break free somehow, right? With the Fool card here, and then squeal on this person. The police might know who it is already. They might know the truth of this person already. And here they are. The police are working on this person. They know which trafficking circle it is. And there might be 2 or more females who come forward, and perhaps they've been in the business for a long time and they were witnesses, or they remember her name or some such thing. Interesting, her parents didn't show up here at all. So perhaps this will be after both her parents are gone. It might even be, it's an official cold case, so it might even be somebody new coming into the law enforcement, right? Somebody new's coming into the law enforcement, and they tip the cart, as they say, and out rolls some information. I think some females will come forward and either say, or maybe like a witness protection program or something. I know a lot of years have passed, but rumors and whatnot go on, or they can say, oh, I remember this person talking about her, or yeah, we all us girls talked about her. I think she had a horrific death. I think she went really quickly, and she's back. she's back in the sun. I want to say born again. I wonder if she's already back. No, she was, when they declared her in 2010, that was correct. She was either gone or shortly around there. But yeah, it was definitely the trafficking. Definitely the trafficking. Notice we don't have a lot of blue here, so they were right. She didn't go overboard. She's not under the water. Let's see if oh, she's underground. Definitely. Look at the dark. Yeah, she's, when you get a lot of dark cards like that, that's underground. She's buried. She's definitely buried. Definitely buried. Will she be found? I don't know. 50-50 chance. Depends on how much these people know. But yeah, I think they're going to discover who is the ringleader, who is the geez, I just I know you guys want me to do a lot of these, but honestly, they really touch my heart. Really touch my heart. And yeah, she's gone. She's in a much better place. Much better place. She might be back. So if they have grandchildren, um she might be back already. All right. Okay, so there we have Amy Bradley. The initial thoughts that she was in a trafficking ring were correct. That's where she went. Unfortunately, people didn't investigate it when she tried to reach out. Times were different back then. And somebody will bring forward, I'm getting females will definitely, the police are actually closer than they're letting on to who this person is or the ring that is there. I think there's going to be some kind of crash or something around there. And she is passed, she is gone on, and she could even be back. She actually could even be back. All right. Well, that is Amy Bradley, disappeared in 1998. And this is according to my cards, according to my sources, what happened. Okay. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. On to the next one.